Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Kara and I'm here with my husband Ben. Um, so a lot of you guys know us from the Wicked Roar page, and just to tell you a little bit about myself, if this is your first time hopping on one of our webinars, I've been with Lulabros since November 2014. It's been totally awesome. I am happy to chat with any and all of you about my experiences selling and building a team, and all these wonderful personal and professional development experiences that I would not have had otherwise. I thought it was really important to bring my husband on to talk to you guys because we had the amazing privilege of making Coach, which is one of the ranks in LuLaRoe leadership. We made Coach last October, and Deanne and Mark, they treated all of the coaches and their husbands to a weekend away in Vegas, and we had training and we had activities, and they really wined and dined us. And the reason I talk about this and I bring up the point that they invited the husbands is because they truly value support and partnership for all of us doing this business. They really wanted to engage our partners and, just show them how awesome it can be for all of our businesses when our husbands are on board, and to truly see the potential here. And also to get to see and really get to know Deanne and Mark, because they are just the ultimate team, the way they work together and have built this business together. So a lot of a lot of the husbands and wives that are really rocking this business are doing that because we are seeing what Deanne and Mark do. So anyway, I hope that some of you are on here with your husbands or boyfriends too. So just so you know, I can see the list of attendees and that a lot of you are logged in as guests. So if you wouldn't mind in the little chat section, just to say hi so that we know who you are. It's awesome to know who we're talking to. And that's also where you can type questions if you have them. So I'm just gonna let Ben go ahead and talk. Hey, Thea.
Hi, Thea. So thanks for the intro, Kara. So I'm Ben Lyons, and Kara and I have been a team in LuLaRoe since we joined in November of 2014. And I say that because we really spent a couple months throwing around the idea of whether or not we wanted to go and invest in the business. LuLaRoe at that time had just around 500 consultants. They had been around for about a year as LuLaRoe, and it was $5,000 or $6,000 that we were going to have to put in. But finally, we decided, you know what? There's people who invest far more money in other businesses out there, and they end up going belly up after a 6-month period. Say you wanted to open a restaurant, and you go and spend $250,000 to go and open that up, and then you're out of business. So we figured, okay, well, you know what? At the end of the day, it's $5,000, $6,000, whatever the exact number was. If nothing else, we'll have a bunch of great clothes that we can probably sell through, and this gives us the opportunity to join a great business. So we joined and had our first pop-up, which was in the house in November 2014. Shortly after we found out that we were pregnant with our second child, and
this was just going to be a hobby.
Yeah, this was
going to be like I was going to bring in a little extra money.
We basically had made what we considered a lofty goal when we met with our financial advisor early last year that said, if we could put $5,000 in each of the kids' college funds and maybe take one nice vacation a year that Kara pays for from the money she earns from this, that's a mark of success. It's something that she's able to do, make a little extra cash. And it has been so much more than that, not just on the money standpoint, but the way that I've been able to see Kara grow as a leader and as someone who inspires people to want to push themselves and be leaders, and give people the opportunity to improve their lives. I mean, we hear about a lot of people on our team who've been able to do some great things and take trips and just have that additional financial freedom in their life that they didn't have before they had the opportunity to be with LuLaRoe. And it's really incredible to be there. So I have to say, if we didn't join LuLaRoe, I think it would have been probably the dumbest decision that we ever made. And because the fact that we went and spent that money, I think it's one of the smartest things that we've ever done. And it's been an absolute life changer. And I'm so glad that we did. So when Kara joined the company, or when we joined, Kara was consultant number 500. Ish. And now they are, I want to say, probably pushing 6,000 consultants.
No, they're like over 7,000 to 8,000.
And okay, yeah. Sorry.
But let's talk about so when did this change from my thing to our thing? Because now we always say like our business, and I have been on our page and all of that.
So before the coaches retreat, I essentially looked at myself as being the proverbial shipping department. I was the guy that basically helped Kara stuff envelopes with all the online orders and be able to go and drop them off at the post office before I went to work, and help carry the stuff for pop-ups in and out of the car. And that, I felt like, I don't want to say that I wasn't being helpful, but I thought that was really me doing my part. We had the pleasure in December to go to the coaches retreat after we had made coach, and I had the opportunity to meet so many of these husbands that are so supportive of their wives in the business, wanting to really emulate that it's not just Kara who's doing the business, but it's the two of us, and I'm supporting Kara in her endeavors to want to grow the business. And I think that it's really great too, because people feed off of seeing a couple who's doing something like this together and being successful and having fun and helping other people be successful. The company too, I had the opportunity to learn so much about the culture of LuLaRoe. It's a family-oriented company. Mark and Deanne, the founders, they have your back. They're great people. Mark is the ultimate LuLaBro, he.
Can I just say something about that? Like, I know a lot of us say that over and over again, LuLaRoe has your backs. And I think I understand that for people that are newer in the business, it's hard. It's, there's a lot of frustrating things going on with growing pains and all of that. And it's hard to believe that. But once you've had the chance to meet them and see how they work together and see what they want for their company, it's crystal clear, I think.
So yeah, it's.
I mean, they're just awesome.
They're great people. I got to spend a lot of time with Mark. They on the Saturday.
So what did you guys do?
So it was really cool, actually. So all the guys, headed up by Mark. He took all of the Lulabros to an exotic motor speedway in Las Vegas, and we got to look at and ride along and even drive these exotic cars. And I was just in awe. I got the chance to drive an Aston Martin 125 miles per hour. And it was just a great bonding day for everybody. And, there's so much buzz about everybody just, talking about, we can't believe where the business is right now.
I mean, you were hanging out with all these guys whose wives are making a lot more money than them, right?
Pretty much. And, I never really thought of myself as much of a slouch. I've done very well for a very long time. And, to have you very likely be the highest earner in this house by probably a wide margin, this year is just something that was never even in the cards whatsoever for us. So it's really amazing. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about the growth of the company. So in 2014, they LuLaRoe did $5 million in sales, and they had set a lofty goal that they thought of quadrupling the company in sales to $20 million for 2015. And at convention in July, they were almost at the $20 million mark. So they said, we're going to increase our goal to $35 million. And everyone was like, wow, that's amazing. That would be, 7x growth. And they finished LuLaRoe finished the year in 2015 at $75 million in sales. One of my fellow Lulabros, Ryan Hunter, who is Brittany Hunter's husband, who is one of the first consultants, the first consultant, asked Mark, where do you think that the company is going to be in 3 years? And, Mark is a numbers guy, and he's not, just pulling numbers out of his hat. And he says that we could be in front of a $4 billion business. So there's, let's say, 6,000 to 7,000 consultants in the business right now. We are still very much at the tip of the iceberg of where the vision for Lulabros is going to be. So, congratulations to all of you for being part of that.
Yeah, for being
so
early
far,
adopters.
For being early adopters.
So what do you think is really important to tell, all the husbands that are listening, like what they can do besides be the shipping department?
Besides being the shipping department, find out.
We love our shipping departments.
Right. Yeah. No. We play a crucial role, but there's more things that we can do. So something that Deanne says quite a bit, and Kara said it to me the other night. She said, "Bless and release." So there's gonna be something that's on your wife's plate that is, maybe tying her down from being able to do other things, and would help the flow of your business more. So that happened to be something that she came to me the other night with dealing with getting the addresses and all the invoices taken care of for one of our sales. So I think you need to, be in tune with what is potentially ailing your partner and be able to, help take things off their plate, lighten their load. Don't let them get overstressed or over emotional about certain things, and just encourage them to always be growing their business, and encourage them that you're very, very, very proud of all their accomplishments, and the business person that they've become. I think being a supportive husband is very important. Also, another thing, when I was at the coaches retreat, a couple of the guys whose wives are, one of them is now a mentor and the other one is a coach, did a Lulabros night out and took out for drinks and appetizers a group of consultants in their areas, husbands and potential husbands or boyfriends, and just help answer questions about what questions and concerns do you have? You're new at this. You don't want to try to be drinking from the fire hose. How can we help support you? I think it's important to be supportive of people in your downline, because it's only going to help you. So taking that, I had my own Lulabro night between Christmas and New Year's, and
do another one.
And I'm going to do another one. There was only a couple people that showed up, but it was real impactful for the guys that showed up, and I think that they both came out of it with good things.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the things we hear most often about girls who want to join the team is that their husband is skeptical, or he doesn't think it's a great idea. So for you guys out there who are seeing your wives do well with it, I think one of the best things you can do for her to help her grow her team is to get on board and offer what you can. If you want to talk to the husbands yourselves, do that. If you want to help, a lot of guys are numbers guys, and if that's you, then put together some numbers of what's going on in your business so that your wife can share that. And again, there's a sidebar here where you guys can type questions or share things that you want to share. So if there's something awesome that is going on in your business together, please feel free to share that with everyone, or just ask us questions. I think that just kind of going back to the beginning, like for a lot of us that joined this as a hobby, and are now seeing this huge potential. So when we were on the coaches retreat, I would say like half of the couples there, the husbands had either quit their jobs or were very close. So if that is something that you aspire to, this could be that opportunity for you, and we're happy to tell you more about that and talk numbers. I don't know if that's going to be us. We haven't decided, but there's definitely a lot more flexibility now.
Well, I've and I don't think there's anybody. I don't think my boss is on here. So I've been wanting to move careers for some time. I've been at the same job for a very long time. And, I'm presently in the market to see what's out there. But it would be nice that if I didn't find something after a period of time to be able to, leave my job, take some time to be able to, figure out what I want to do, and at the same time help support Kara in further growing the business and be able to spend time, like this summer perhaps with my wife and my kids.
Yeah.
So,
other things, and I mean, I just say this because it's real. I'm not, making this up, and I never thought that we would be in this position where, we would have this opportunity to be sharing this with you guys. This is real, and, we just want others to, be getting these big checks and to keep growing your team so that, you can do what you want to do. Let's see. Other things that I think husbands can do. I don't know.
Help with the why. Help with the why.
Just help driving what that why is.
Yeah,
because
I think that's very important.
I mean, people
you have to have a goal. You have to have a goal in mind, and you have to be working towards something. Our goal right now is to be able to have more money that we can go and put down towards our bigger next house. And, we want to, within the next 2 years, be able to move into a bigger house in a neighborhood where our kids can play outside in a town that has a good school system.
Yeah. So he likes to remind me of that.
Yeah.
I have other whys too that are just now it's helping people and helping women feel empowered, and just to be more confident and help families, live better. Because that's what I'm seeing is going on in my team, and that's what I want to keep encouraging.
And that's a great point too, because the why doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary thing. For Kara, the why that she's talking about there, that's something that's, professional development and leadership development qualities that, she gets out of doing the business.
And just, another great thing I think about having your husbands involved, and being a part of your business and turning it into, a we thing. If you look at some of the couples that are doing really well, and I'll use the example of Phil and Danielle Russell. Some of you might be in their Facebook group. They started with Lulabros last summer, like maybe last June, I think. Yeah. They have like 13,000 people in their shopping group. They hit coach. A big part of that is because it's them. So Phil actually does a lot of the posting in their group. And remember, we always say, we're always told that people don't buy what you sell, they buy why you do it. So they're seeing this couple and they're saying, wow, family business, wow, this is awesome, this is cool, this is different, and they're doing it together, and we feel like we know them, and we like them, so we're gonna buy from them. That's a big thing. It's real. And, I would encourage you to think about that. So, Ben posts on my group, he has before, and now he's been taking a bigger role, just to talk, from the beginning, he's always like, every time he goes to the post office, he posts like the, big bag of stuff going to the post office, and people eat it up. So, you know what, we're going to do more of that.
But I think it's important, when, within the Wicked Roar page, somebody new joins, I'll like it, or I'll say welcome. When we're doing our online sales, people ask questions about things, and I'm answering questions, or people have issues with invoicing, and I'm helping answer that questions. And I really think that it resonates well. They say, okay, wow, Ben and Kara Lyons are doing this business together. It's a family business. They support each other.
He's not on there.
I want to support them.
He is not on there to sell skirts and leggings.
No.
He's doing this because he sees where we're at and where we're going.
Yeah.
So it's, it's not just about those skirts and leggings.
No. No, it really isn't. But
so
they have very nice skirts and leggings now. Yeah.
I know. He's never known so much about colors and patterns.
I haven't. I'm getting quite the eye for it. So.
And actually, I'm thinking even like back to those like early pop-ups, and still like you're always like commenting on like what people are trying on.
I do.
He likes to hang out and help.
I do. Or when Rosie, our 3-year-old, is around.
Creepy way, right?
Yeah. And then when our 3-year-old, is accompanied Kara, she's like, okay, when you see somebody try something on, you have to say, ooh, that's pretty.
So anyway, I think we've I think, did you have anything else in your notes that you want to talk about?
I don't think so. I mean, I've talked about the culture. I've talked about, the growth of the company. I've talked to you about our affection for Mark and Deanne.
Yeah. So, remember that this is a family business, and Mark and Deanne, really encourage that.
Just here's something to remember. Never think that anybody at Lulabros is out to get you. They're on your side. You may get discouraged, but you have to just kind of keep it through. Don't try to play the victim. Just you have to keep pressing forward, and great things will come.
Yeah. So.
And you have to have a positive attitude too. I think that you're out there doing your pop-ups or your online sales, and they see you having fun and doing this business where you're making money. That I think that women see that and are, wow, look at Cara Lyons there. She's having a great time, and she's socializing, and she's helping women find something that makes them feel beautiful, and she's doing well. I could do that, and I think that resonates well. Hold your head high when you're doing your pop-ups.
Yeah, and husbands, load the car, do that.
Yeah, load the car.
Yeah. All right, so I think we've talked about a lot. If you guys have questions later on, post them in the group page so that we can all, talk about it and answer you guys, and everyone can share. Or if you have anything else you want to message us, go ahead and do that. So, all right, thank you guys.
Thank you.